Yo, what up, what up? Derek Jackson here, man. We live again. Thank you for all of you tuning in. Some of y'all gonna get in late. Just go ahead and press rewind. You'll catch everything I gotta say. You know, I wanted to talk about something because for the last probably week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been meeting a lot of guys who watch my videos and enjoy my content. Funny enough, you know, contrary to even my own belief, there are a lot of dudes who watch what I have to say and they like the stuff that I put out. Dope. They just don't comment. That's just not how fellas roll. Anywho, the recurring question I get is, yo, D, why don't you make more videos for the fellas? You know what I mean? They like, yeah, we appreciate what you're saying about the ladies and we agree, but why don't you make stuff for the fellas? Let me tell you something, man. First off, I am making something for the fellas. Whenever I talk about how to treat a woman or, you know, detail the consequences of not treating a woman right and all of that shit, that's me making something for the men. And maybe we have to just change our perception of all these people telling us to go out here and fuck every girl walk in and, you know, dog every girl out and miss one, next 15 one coming. Like, that's the way to lose a woman whenever you meet a good one. That ain't the way to keep one. So when they tell you that shit, they're not saying anything for you. They're trying to help you self-sabotage your future with a good woman. You dig what I'm saying? Ask any man on earth about when he lost a real one and ask him how cool that was. Ask him how good that felt. And you know why he probably lost it? Because he didn't understand the value of flipping the switch. And, you know, and everything I mean for guys, everything I talk to as far as issues dealing with guys and how we behave and how we carry ourselves and the shit we get away with has to deal with knowing how to flip that switch. I'm not talking about being fake. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about putting on some facade. I'm talking about understanding that maybe in the beginning, you didn't know how to do relationships right. You didn't know the true meaning and value of monogamy. But before you get with a real woman, you develop enough on the other side of how to handle her that whenever you get with her, you don't have to try to learn as you go. Because a lot of times when we do that, we end up driving her away for good. Now every now and then you might come across a woman that's patient enough while you grow and all of that. But 9 times out of 10, if you don't already come as a grown-ass man, a woman ain't gonna wait. Not if she over the age of 25. You know what I mean? And maybe even younger than that. So when I talk about flipping the switch, you know, I know some people are gonna think, oh, don't flip the switch. Just be a good man all the time. I don't think that's realistic. You know, I think we're made to grow. I think we're made to have to progress. But it's kind of like, you know, if you go to a job interview, you may have the way that you deal with your homies, you know, or how you carry on whenever you're in a club setting or a party or whatever. But when you go to a job interview, don't you talk different? Don't you walk different? Don't you dress different? You're not being fake. The situation, the context calls for a different side of you. Or rather say if you're around elders of your family, you know, there's certain words you don't use. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you ladies, you probably cover up a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? There's just a certain way that you do things depending on the context of the situation. But when it comes to relationships, flipping the switch means that, you know, you may have your player ways. You may have been taught how to be a thought and a hoe all your life. That's cool for a certain time in your life. But when you meet a real one, you got to know how to flip that switch and be the man that she needs. Otherwise, you're going to be the man that she leaves. And I also try to articulate the value of a woman that's there to stay. So once you flip that switch on, you never have to flip it off again. You know what I mean? Like that's essentially what I'm saying. I'm not saying you walk around here with a halo on your head, giving every woman your all, because you're gonna come across a fuck girl that's gonna do you wrong and scorn you, and then you ain't gonna be able to love another woman right. You dig what I'm saying? So you don't go around here giving every woman your all. The same way for women, you don't go around here giving every man your all. You make sure they deserve it first. But if you want to play games, you still playing games, cool. Do that with the women who also want to play games. Do that with the women who only want your money. Do that with the women who don't take care of their kids. Do that with the women who cross even their own homegirls and can't be trusted. Do that with those women. Play games with the fuck girls. Fuck boys and fuck girls, y'all stay together. Leave everybody else alone until you're ready. You dig what I'm saying? Don't get with a girl that wants to be down for you, wants to invest in you, wants to build with you. You know what I mean? Would do anything for you. Don't get with her and still be playing those games. And where a lot of guys lose at is they think that they can just flip that switch, you know, and the first time they even consider flipping that switch is whenever they already in the presence of a real woman. And again, that trial and error ends up not falling in their favor. You know, they realize that it's a lot that comes with trying to communicate and be consistent and, you know, putting away these bad habits. So I'm saying go ahead and develop that now. As men, we're not taught to develop that before it's really too late. Women are taught groomed for marriage and relationships their entire life. We're not. We're groomed to be hoes. Okay, cool. Be a hoe at a certain time of your life. Take some time after you being a hoe and develop that switch and then get with a woman so you don't have to learn the hard way that she ain't gonna wait. No matter how strong her love is, she ain't gonna wait on you to grow up 9 times out of 10. That's my general message, man. And everything I'm saying is actually for men who know better, for men who are grown. You know, if you want to play them games and just have sex, you don't have to lie to kick it, bro. There are plenty of women out here who embrace their sexuality. There are plenty of women out here who want superficial shit like you do. Choose those women. Leave the other women alone that want something real and long term. That's my whole message, man. So, take that how you want to. Peace.